A very warm welcome. Today we have with us Mr. Dr. Ravi Sharma, who is the Head of Information Technology at Landberry. A very warm welcome, sir. Thank you for joining at CXTV.
Good morning. It's my privilege to be part of this discussion.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining. So, before we actually move into the discussion especially in the field of a pharmaceutical industry, we would actually like to know from you how your experience has been over the years. If you can share some insights with our CXTV audience.
Yeah, pharmaceutical industry has a lot of challenges. That is because it's a regulated industry, and like whatever you do has to pass through the regulations because it directly impacts the health of individuals.
Right.
So there are a lot of guidelines which one needs to follow before any product is launched in the market. So there are challenges, and moreover, the challenges came during the pandemic because that is the time when like work from home. Obviously, you can't sit at home and manufacture the medicines, and raw material has to reach. All the processes has to follow. So these were the challenges, and yes, it has been taken care of.
Absolutely. So, how has your experience been over the years? If you can share some insight.
Over the years, yes. I am with the pharma from last about 10 odd years, and whether you are producing and supplying the medicines locally or you are shipping it outside, what is more important is that because this is a long process when you launch any particular drug. We have already seen during the COVID time how the vaccines were developed and launched. So it is a long process. So what is required is that we should reduce that time to market, and technology has played an important role in achieving that. Because a lot of digitization has been done, and what it helps? It helps to the better knowledge management, because if you have information on a paper, you cannot do any search on that. Once you have digitized all the records, and then there can be a thorough search on the past records, and subsequently the knowledge management also can be achieved. So it accelerates actually innovations, and also it improves in data security, because I know I have a secure data which is nothing but bread and butter of an organizations, and I had to ensure that this particular data is protected from all outside threats. Yeah.
So, we are seeing that the pharmaceutical industry has undergone significant changes in the recent years. So, especially after COVID and everything. So, how has digital transformation played a role in reshaping this pharmaceutical operations from research and development to distribution?
Actually, there was a lot of threat to pharmaceutical industry because of the counterfeiting drugs.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was actually almost 40 to 40% of the market used to be filled with counterfeiting drugs, and it was very difficult for the innovators to find out whether how these drugs has reached to particular destinations. So what almost all industries has done is it was a guideline also from the government that there is a software like a track and trace. So we have to put a particular label on every medicines. What it contains is, it contains where it produced, what was the batch number, okay, which country, and now where it is going to be dispatched and sold out. So even if somebody buys that particular medicine somewhere in the US and he wants to know that okay, this medicine was manufactured in India, and in India which company, then which plant, and which part number, which batch number, and which particular day. All these things can be tracked. So this was very important, and this has helped all the organizations to make sure that the counterfeiting of these drugs has been reduced significantly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, in exactly what ways is the pharmaceutical sector embracing digital transformation, and how do you think it is impacting various facets of the industry?
The digital transformation has helped to achieve the flexible manufacturing processes. Earlier, earlier there used to be a sort of there is a process called document called batch records. Manufacturing batch record they call it as a MBR. So that used to be the copy, which used to flow from one table to another table. So there is a new concept which has come now is called EBPR, electronic batch record. So these processes are electronically moved from one stage, because manufacturing of a drug is a multi-stage process. It is not only a single stage. So the same information has to flow from one stage to another stage and electronically. So I can just log into the system and check, the what particular this stage, what are the actions required, and subsequently it can be done. This helps to improve any the mistakes which happens at the shop floor level. Another thing what happens is that vaccine production speed has gone up. We have also encountered that during the COVID, how quickly these vaccines which were used for COVID were produced and supplied. See, producing is one thing, then supplying these things across the world was a major challenge. And all these things is possible only because proper logistic, proper port follow-up, and subsequently at the destination also, quick action is taken to make sure that the vaccine goes to the right medical centers so that it can be applied to the individuals.
Right. So as you were just mentioning, like after COVID and especially during the times of COVID, when the entire chain of supply chain got disrupted. So, the entire industry, there was a turmoil kind of a situation. So how exactly is the pharmaceutical industry working to enhance the supply chain resilience and ensure the availability of essential medicines?
Yeah, supply chain was a biggest,
Challenge.
issue at that particular time, because nothing was available. Like even if like we were working from home, similarly, all those transport organizations were working from home except for few. So what happens is that because there were scarcity of those fleet of the transport, so the cost has gone up. Okay, one is the transportation cost. So same way, the raw material which we import, or which we get from local suppliers, that raw material cost also has gone up. So subsequently, if you see, there was the overall cost impact during the COVID time, and it was very difficult for almost all pharma industries to survive during that period. People have that apprehension that okay, COVID time the only industry which has made money was pharmaceutical, but that was not the case. Okay,
There were a lot of challenges.
yeah, there were a lot of challenges. Subsequently, the challenges at the port level. There was a lot of consignment which was piled up. So clearing those consignment at the port level, also a very big challenge, because most of the things were happening remotely. The only handy was the Zoom calls. So we could establish a Zoom call and make sure that right instructions and yes are given to the people so that they can make sure that the corrective measures are taken.
Right. So we have seen that the demands for technology, especially over this few years, have increased significantly. And as you were mentioning, that digitization has immensely been helpful for the industry. So how exactly is technology, especially including data analytics and AI, being utilized to streamline and expedite the pharmaceutical research and development process?
The AI is playing a very important role in the pharmaceutical industry, because it helps me to compare the results. Instead of a human being comparing manually, AI helps to compare. Then it creates most efficient strategy, for that particular process, and it has the ability to improve the predictions of a potential drugs. These are the major contributors by AI. It also accelerates the drug discovery process. There is a drug discovery process. So AI helps to accelerate that particular process to ensure that the so called time to market is reduced.
So when we are exactly talking about pharmaceutical industry, the main or the pivotal or the focus area rather remains with the patients. It's completely patient centric. So
Yes.
how is the pharmaceutical industry using technology to improve patient experience and outcomes?
See, we are directly, helping the patients. So what is important nowadays is to understand the patient's wants and what they need. So the programs which are, developed should be patient centric, because it's very important that we need to honor what patient feels, okay, and empower them through the technology. See what happens, like during the COVID, everybody has experienced, most of the people, like if I need some assistance, okay, what I'll do, I'll have a remote call with the doctor. We never visited the doctor, but we had a remote call with the doctor, and subsequently doctor has given the prescription and the treatment has taken. So the visit time also got reduced, and the utmost care is taken for the patients so that they can be cured fast. So digitally it has helped.
Okay. So no, absolutely correct. Like in the times of COVID, it has actually gained rise for the remote consultancy, which we have
Yes.
never thought. Like without
We never thought.
doctor-
Like today, if I want to order a medicine, I don't go to their medical store. No?
online.
We do it online. Yes, because that is the facility. We need to encourage more and more of such things.
Yes. It has actually made the people's life much more convenient. over the
Yes.
years. So, what emerging technologies, as we were discussing, do you believe will have the most significant impact on the pharmaceutical industry, and how might they transform the way medicines are developed, manufactured, and distributed?
As we said earlier, like AI will be the technology which is going to be exploited, and there is a machine learning. Like we need to educate the machine so that they take the correct instructions, and then because this will help to more effective in the treatment of the particular disease. This will also help in identifying the new drug targets. Another technology what we think will come into picture is the RPA, that is the called as a robotic process automations, to automate the process in the shop floor for a manufacturing. And another one will be which is also is being exploited, is called Internet of Things, because everything all the machines will have a particular IP address, and their data can be fetched from wherever it is, because it will have an IP address. And see what this will help, so that I need not be on the shop floor to set the machine right. If I have the IoT on a particular machine, then I can be anywhere. I'll get just an alert on my mobile, and subsequently I can take the corrective measure.
Right. So, in your opinion, you were also mentioning quite a number of tech priorities. We would also like to understand in little detail, like what, in your opinion, would be the tech priorities over the next 2 to 4 years to come.
As we said, the tech priority will be, which is already going on, is the digitalizations. But only thing is, digitalization, one has to be very careful, because it is like we are creating more and more informations, and so protecting those informations from any threat will be the number one. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and second thing will be automate the processes through RPA. As we said, it is a long process, because some of the industries, they have old machines, they cannot be the enhanced to this. So then we have to go for a new machine. So the CapEx is involved in that particular thing. Yeah.
So these are the two major areas.
Yes, yes.
So thank you so much, Sam, for sharing such insightful knowledge in the field of pharmaceutical industry and sharing with us your time. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
For more updates from CXO TV, please like and subscribe to our channel.